DBSCG things.
What's up, Yuhp gang? It's your boy Taxon, and welcome back to yet DBSCG things. And today we're going over another very exciting battle, guys. It's going to be round 2 of our local this week. There's going to be A16 versus the Dark King Mechi. But before we get into it, guys, I do want to say if you guys want any custom mats and or sleeves, absolutely check out Promats. This is the best place to go get your custom card needs, and if you guys do decide to get a mat for them, make sure you use the promo code Yuhp to save on your entire order. With that being said, if you guys enjoyed this battle or my content in general, remember to hit all those buttons for me, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss a video. With that being said, let's turn it around and dive in. Alrighty, you guys, and here we are with round 2 of our local this week. We have A16 on the left side versus Dark King Mechi on the right. Mechi starting it off for us by charging and then paying 1 for his 1 drop. This is going to go ahead and add a ball to the drop area and 1 to hand. We're going to see turn 1 for A16, charging himself a multicolor using the discard A18 in order to top 5 search for a, I believe, 5 cost or less android that's blue or green. Grabbing himself the ramp 21 there, the 4 drop one. Anyways, we see how Speedy Sub finding the SCR on the very second card on that top 5, so just grabbing that, shuffling up. From here, we more than likely see a leader swing, comboing the 18, and then Z charging, passing turn, I'd imagine. So yep, we'll see the lead swing here. I do apologize about the glare, guys. Comboing out the Android 18, going up to 15. That damage is dealt to King Mechi. We're going to see the Z charge there. Going over to turn 2 for Mechi here. Swinging in with the leader, checking his life. Looks like he did find 1 there, so going down to 6 here. Going through the deck area. I do apologize about the camera angle. This was set up nicely until I walked away, so I'd imagine someone walked by my tripod and just like kicked it a little bit. I didn't want to scrap the video because you can still see most of the battle and it was a pretty good one. So we do see the leader, or not the leader effect, we see the ball effect to warp himself and then warp a card and draw 2. We're going to see the balls again, warping, drawing 2. We're going to see 1 energy for the salsa. Salsa putting 2 from the deck to the drop. On play, forces his opponent to warp 1 and then draw 1. So there we see a free cycle for Android 16 there. Swinging into the leader. Nothing in the drop area to move, so he gets the draw. That damage there is dealt. We're going to see the 1 energy investment for the Toa. Toa comes out, puts balls into the drop area. We see a warp 1, draw 1. So we got 2 or 3 in the warp already, which is pretty nice. We got 3 because the balls moved to the 18, and we seen the warp from Salsa and the warp from the Toa. So we got 3 in the warp so far. And it looks like we do have 7 total balls on the drop area, so we do get to see the King Mechi awaken here. Untap 1, draw 1. We're going to see the 1 energy investment in order to go into the Salsa from the drop area. Looks like choosing not to do that, passing turn on over to Android 16 and might have some type of energy lock effect based off your opponent's energy. Anyways, we do see the turn 2 Dr. Giro here, Z charge or Z energy and 1 for the Dr. Giro. Bottom or take a life in the bottom of Android, draw a card, something like that. We see the discard of the Android 18 here, going to go ahead and find what I believe is the Android 18 and 17 super combo, untap blue-green multicolor energy. So we are officially on the awoken side of Android 16, chilling at 6 life here. We're going to see the 2 energy effect for the Dr. Giro. Dr. Giro, of course, plays out the Android 21. 21 then goes off, popping off a battle card to the bottom of the deck and ramping 1 from the top of the deck as well. So hitting the salsa and then getting a ramp there, not too bad. Also providing a blocker, swinging in with the leader, damage there, dealt, putting King Mechi down to 5, and then turn pass on over. So we see turn 3 here. We're going to see what King Mechi has lined up in store. We are already awoken. We are not quite at the life range to go into our Z lead, so more than likely going to save the triple attack here, unless we do plan on using it and then just trying to go into Z lead next turn. We're going to see the 1 energy investment for the salsa. I'm going to see the warp 1, draw 1, swinging in with the leader. Warp 1, draw. Damage there is dealt, going down to 5 on Android 16 side. So we still have a leader swing from mechi as well. We're going to see 1 and 1 here to go into the Z extra card. Not too bad of a play there. Swinging in. We got the, I believe that one's a critical, 15 crit. Or I apologize, that might have been the other salsa. Either way, 2 salsa swings and a leader swing. So we got draw off the leader, draw off the salsa, and then a critical damage there. So we're going to see 2 energy investment for the cooler on Android 16 side of the field. This is huge. This is a dual attacker. Each time it attacks, it's going to force your opponent to discard a card from hand, which is pretty nasty. So he swings, he does pop a card, he untaps, he swings. So he's swinging into battle cards here. He's forcing discards and then swinging into the battle cards, which is pretty nasty. Cooler's going to be a problem. Mechi's going to have to absolutely deal with him next turn. We'll see what else Android 16 has in mind here. Of course, we do have the leader swing left, as well as the 20k Android 21 Z card. That is also a blocker, so we could very well leave that up as a blocker so that he can utilize the Android 21 floodgate, which does not negate the attack, but actually puts your opponent under a floodgate. So you could, of course, use the 2 energy for your leader effect to go ahead and negate with that floodgate and block during that attack in order to basically shut down your opponent's entire turn. Swinging in with the leader here. We're going to see the draw. Let's see if he chooses the combo. If he combos, we're more than likely going to see an arrival play. So yep, looks like we're going to see no combos, going down to 4 here for King Mechi. There's the turn pass there, going over to turn 4 on Mechi's side of the field. We do still have the Toa blocker just chilling. Surprisingly enough, he did not block with that card last turn, which is understandable. Like I said, he's more than likely trying to get down to that 3 life range in order to go ahead and hit the dual attack. So we're seeing 2 energy investment for the Toa. Toa goes ahead and crits or warps a life in order to play the Unison from the deck. This is not too shabby of a play. Out comes Unison. Unison is pretty good. Big old 20k beat stick. Also has a threat of being a double striker, I believe, depending on the deck that he played in. I believe that's for the Toa deck, it's a double striker. But either way, it does give him access to the Toa card that you combo in, is like Champa, which is nice. So we do see the uptick. Looks like he's spawning 2 tokens, swinging in 20k. Looks like he's comboing out his Toa, going up to 25 here. Trying to force his opponent down to 3 lives, it looks like. If I was the Mechi player, I definitely would have been directing my attacks here into the cooler that's on play, because of course that card is a absolute menace. So getting his triple attack going and then swinging in with the leader. We haven't seen a floodgate from Android 16 yet, so I'd imagine that he doesn't have one yet. So we do see the block. Mechi choosing not to combo there, going ahead and going into the second attack there. During the second attack, he's going to, because the way triple attack works, it procs during the beginning of the attack. So you swing once, you swing the second time, and during the second attack, your triple attack is already procced. So even if you do Z Awaken, your battle card untaps, and then you swing in for that last attack. And even if this is incorrect timing, like even if that's not how that's actually ruled, you essentially just let that second attack go through and then Z Awaken before your third. So it looks like we do see the arrival play for Android 16 here. Android 16 is going to go through the deck, grab himself an Android of some sort, and then play out the SCR from his hand. SCR absolutely targets and annihilates everything on the board. Rejuvenates 2 life for Android 16. Huge play here. Huge play here. Untapping the lead. Swinging in 20k. Drawn 2, got a warp 1 from hand, or discard 1. Or maybe it was warp, did draw 2, I apologize. Either way, it looks like we get no damage dealt there. Not quite sure where that attack was headed, but damage did not go through. Turn 4 for Android 16 at 5 energy here, going 2 energy and 1 Z to go ahead and go into Frieza. This is going to be a big discard play here. Yep, this is going to be a big discard play. So he's essentially got a discard 4 lined up on his board. Of course, the Android 16 is discard on attack. The Cooler's discard on attack, he attacks twice. And then we got the Frieza that's discard when something other than him 2 cost or more attacks. So of course we see the Cooler swing first. That's going to be a discard 2 by popping a Z energy. We're going to see the second swing here. It's going to be yet another discard. This is a very, very hefty discard turn here. Mechi dealing with quite a bit of hand destruction, swinging in with the 40 dual attack with slight protection. This is essentially trying to put him down to 2 life so that he can hit him with this big double striker on field that he has already established. So it looks like we do see the negate. We're going 40k into the leader. Once again, we're going to see if Mechi has enough in order to survive this attack. Looks like we do see a super combo. He's going to do what he can to get out of this attack here. Okay, so he does manage to get out of it, going up to 45. Android 16 still has quite a bit of options in his hand as well as options on board to swing. We do have a big 25k double strike, a 15k double strike, as well as 2 single strikes going. So going in with his leader, draw a card, 15k attack. I'm going to have to hefty combo here in order for it to mean something because Mechi is at 25. Looks like swinging in with the 25k double strike Android 16. Of course, when he attacks, this is going to force a discard. This is going to be huge. So we'll see what he decides to do here. Looks like, yep, discarding that one. He has 2 left in hand. He is at a 25k lead, so he just takes 5k to get out of this attack. Because it looks like Android 16 did not combo there. Yep, so there you go, comboing the 1 from hand in order to survive that attack. He's got 1 left in hand, so he's basically in lethal. Android 16 just essentially has to survive 1 more turn and then push for next game. Looks like we're activating that extra card from the old expert deck. This card, I don't know what it does. I apologize. It's a 1 energy extra card that it's activate main. It looks like it just drew a card. I will put it on the screen so that you guys can see what it does. Moving into turn 5 here for Mechi. Mechi doing stuff. This is basically his chance to go for game, and if he cannot close it out here, he more than likely will lose this match. So go ahead and warping out the super combo from the drop area, playing out the big 8 drop. Looks like he's saying it's a board wipe here. I do believe that board wipe's not ignoring barriers, so all the barrier cards stay. The Android is going to have to pop the cards underneath you. There you go, board wipe successful. We'll see him play, I believe, 2 or 3 cards from the warp from his opponent's warp. So we're going the 2 cards from the warp. It looks like it's a super combo and a 25k. Swinging in 30 double strike barrier. So we do see a super combo. We do see a sense of being. It looks like we're going to do the rival Android 16 play once again. 16 coming out, grabbing himself the Floodgate 21. I do apologize. I barely caught that in the corner there. Playing that card from his hand. Of course, this card, not too shabby. He's going to KO something ignoring barrier, and then if his opponent wants to attack with any card for the duration of the turn, he must discard a card from hand and the Z energy. So pretty valuable play here. Looks like going to go ahead and KO that card as well as give his opponent the super combo back. Look like he chose the Z charge. That very odd. Swinging in with the leader, discarding the 1 to draw 2. Yep, so it is discard 1, draw 2. I do apologize. I kind of like hesitated there because I was confused. I forgot that the Android 21 Floodgate does not hit leader cards. So pretty decent. Looks like we do see the scoop up there. Android 16 taking the dub. Mechi did not have what it takes to win it. If you guys enjoyed this battle, always remember to smash all those buttons for me. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss a video. With that being said, we will see you guys next time.